Hi, my name is Horacio Brito. I am your teacher, Mrs. Romero's longtime friend. I've been friends with her for probably about, I'd say at this point so we met in 2002, so 16 years. That's how long we've known each other. She's been photographing and doing art ever since I can remember when we first met in high school. And so I asked her to help me out on the project for school, I know she's an art teacher now. She's your art teacher. And I wanted to figure out some way to help you guys use technology in your own education. And education isn't just what you learn in the classroom. It's also a lot about what you learn outside of the classroom, the skills that you learn. And so what we came up with was, so you guys are in art class, and although not everyone in your class is going to go to art school or they're not thinking of art as a profession, one or two or maybe more than that of you in this class or in her classes are thinking about maybe pursuing that path or maybe doing it on the side. But one of the most important things is keeping track of everything you've done, whether it's photography, sculpture, painting, whatever it is. It basically what I'm going to talk about here is how to put it on a site so that you can showcase it to the rest of the world. Because although there's other mediums that you can use, such as Facebook, Instagram, even Snapchat, Tumblr, if you guys are still going to use that, it's not professional. And a lot of times what we need is the professional aspect that'll let you guys put it out to the world and that way people take you seriously. Because it isn't enough nowadays to just have it out there, because everybody has a lot of people have an Instagram account. Personally, I don't, but there's a lot of people. So you have to make yourself stand out and make your work professional. And in today's world, that means making a website of all the work that you actually do. So what we came up with was, I don't know if any of you guys have ever used Google Sites or created a website, but Google has a really nice program that makes it very easy for you to publish your work if that's what you want to do. You can have more than one. It doesn't necessarily just have to be for that. You can, if some of you decide to go into like cooking or small projects, anything, you can publish it. So here, what I have here in front of me, and what you guys are seeing, is a Google site, and this is a very basic starting point. Basically, Google does a lot of it for you. And basically, all you have to do is input all the little things. For example, like if you click on here, you can add your title. Now, this is there's nothing on this template. So what I'm going to show you is a template that I've started so that you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this one isn't published yet. It's unfinished. But this is a starting point if you do decide that you want to make an online portfolio. So, for example, you go to Google Sites and you start with that very basic one. And this is very, very simple, but like I said, it's not Facebook, which Facebook is very personal, family, friends, that's who you have on there. Instagram is personal, but not quite as personal, because you can have other people that you don't really know follow you or follow your page. This is more of a professional kind of setup. So where this is the kind of work that you would want to show a potential employer, maybe potential, I don't know if you guys are planning on going into a selective high school. I know in Chicago, you have to like test into a lot of the bigger schools, bigger high schools, if you can call them that. And you could even show this to, if you apply to art school later on, you could show them this, and this could be your portfolio. You no longer have to carry around those big dark bags that we used to have to do. Or I didn't, because I was not an art student, but I know Ms. Romero did. And so this is basically a nice small setup. And like this is a stock image that Google will give you. You put your name if you want to, or however you want to set it up. It doesn't have to be necessarily this way. But it's just basically to show you that this tool is available out there for you guys. And then you can add stuff like, pages. On the right side, you can add pages, and then they'll show up here. So like I said, Google already does a lot of it for you. So it's very easy to like get started in it. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to click on biography. And what it'll do, it'll give you write in there whatever you want to write. I just did a small kind of like about me, what I've done kind of section. And it's very, very simple. I mean, and then you could add something like who am I? Because a biography, you can do it like this, where it's like, hey, what I've done, but it doesn't really tell the public, what your interests are, what inspires you, what things that you admire, stuff like that, people you admire. So I put that in a separate tab. That's just what I would do personally, but you don't necessarily have to do it this way. So I'm not an artist, but I did this thinking as if I was in art class with you guys. And like I said, it's a very simple setup. I am an artist, specialized in many forms of art, but my favorite is photography. Now that doesn't have to be you guys. You can do, like I said, there's many mediums out there. It could even be music, it can be whatever you guys want. You can embed it, like if you can look at it right side, you can embed it, you can add tags, you can add images, which is what I did in this final tab. Now, I'm not an artist. I have a phone with a camera. So that's it. Like that's the extent of my artistic abilities. But I went ahead and uploaded some of the pictures that were on my phone. And I tend to take a lot of pictures of my cat because who doesn't love pictures of cats? So this is my cat, Bache. He's a big boy. And I have uploaded, just random pictures that I had. I'm sure if you decide that you want to be more artistic with it, you obviously can. You don't necessarily have to. But you can go ahead and upload your pictures. You can, upload the stuff that you do in your art class. You could curate it, you could take stuff out, you can leave stuff in, you could edit it outside of this program if you wanted to. Although there are options for you to edit them within this program, like cropping it, replacing image, add a caption, whatever you want to do. And if you wanted to, do a few changes, section background. So for example, I can do this and it'll change it. And it's like I said earlier, like Google does a lot of it for you. So it's not, it's not very hard to do. I think it used to be a lot harder years ago when I was in school, in high school and middle school. Like I said, more pictures of my cat. That's it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be pictures. It can be sculpture, music, audio poetry, even you could even start your own podcast doing this. There's the possibilities are endless. But basically, what your teacher and I wanted to show you was that there is a way for you to publish stuff out there if you do want to do it. And if you're thinking about, continuing on, with art or really anything artistic or anything that you want the world to know about you that's a little bit more professional, not quite LinkedIn, because that's very, very professional. But not quite Facebook or Instagram. It's kind of like in the middle, but it is different. And it's meant so that you can show it to potential, high school, art school, university, potential employer in the future. We just wanted to get you guys started and to know that these tools are out there. I know a lot of times we think that these are adult things, but more and more, it seems like you have to do more to put yourself out there. It's every day is more competitive, and so we just wanted to give you a little bit of a head start on that, and hopefully this was informational. I know it's very basic, but we didn't want to overwhelm you with information, but we did want to make sure that you knew that this information was out there. And hopefully, if you have any questions, I'm sure Ms. Romero will give you my contact information, or I'm sure she can answer some questions. But thanks for having me, guys.